Hey, good morning, guys. It's Donald and Mary, and we're here to bring you your morning weather, water, and trail chatter report. So, Mary's going to start with the weather and water, and after we have some news. And so, here.
Thank you, Donald. Good morning, everybody. Happy first day of summer. So that's today. And in Blairsville, we're looking at 66 degrees right now and cloudy. Today we're going to have a high of 86 with areas of patchy fog early and some morning clouds giving way to some afternoon sunshine. And then tonight, 62 degrees and mostly clear. Winds will be light and variable today and tonight. Up on Blood Mountain today, we're looking at a high of 77 and sunny. And then tonight, mostly clear with 62 degrees. 5-mile-per-hour winds today and tonight. Water is good on the trail right now. Still make sure you top off at Hawk Mountain Shelter. That'll get you through to Justice Creek, the 6.2 miles. All right, tomorrow, Saturday, 21st of June, is Hike Naked Day. So if you're out there on the trail and you run into somebody that is hiking naked, don't get shocked. People do it every year on all the trails. Let's see. Right now, we're looking at commercial vehicles being reminded to not go through the Smoky Mountains right now with the destruction that's going on I-40. The roads are closed up there right now, up in the North Carolina, Tennessee area off of exit 451 in the areas that were being repaired due to Hurricane Helene. Need to seek some alternate routes. They're looking at closing that road for at least 2 weeks to drain, assess, and repair the damage from the slide and the flash flooding that happened Wednesday around mile marker 450. This area is part of the 12 miles of I-40 in North Carolina and Tennessee that washed away or was damaged during Hurricane Helene. All right, Donald, I'm going to turn this over to you now, and we're going to talk about some other stuff we have.
Sweet. And so, you're saying commercial vehicles, is that tractor trailers?
Tractor trailer trucks, yes. They're asking them to not go up through Gatlinburg, over Newfound Gap Road there, down into Cherokee, or from the other side. They're never supposed to be up there. And I know earlier when I was up there, they have a turnaround for them on both sides so that they can, make an easier exit and seek an alternate route. Yes, so never
Sweet.
allowed. All right, Donald.
All right. All right. Thank you, my friend.
You're welcome.
Sweet. All right. And what do we got going on here?
There.
All right. All right. Let me go ahead and connect this to my shirt here. Okay, and so this morning we're going to start with LNT. And so I think it's very important, and I hate beating a dead horse, but I just want to talk about LNT again because there's so much activity going on out here. With bears, and it's not just bears, it's like raccoons. Remember that raccoon that tried to snag our bag up there at up past
Cold Spring.
Cold Spring? Okay, so Cold Spring Shelter is right after, I think, Burningtown, man. And so it's in North Carolina. But we were in the shelter, which is literally in the middle of the trail. Like you'll be walking along and it's in the middle of the trail, man. And so you walk up, and so it faces north, like where you sleep. You can look north or up the trail, man. And there was a tree over here, man. And I hung the bag, our food bag, man. And I swear, in the middle of the night, I heard something messing with it, and it was a coon. And so it's not just bears. I mean, bears are the ones to be scared of, man, but coons definitely probably can do a number on you if they want to. So I want to talk about LNT, man. And so LNT is leave no trace. It's so important, man. I have seen trash scattered along the trail, at trailheads, primitive camping areas, shelters, and scattered along the trail. Toilet paper is one of the biggest violators. I see it everywhere, man. I've seen toilet paper hidden behind trees and bushes, like when I go to Unicoi Gap, for instance. When I go to take a bathroom break, man, down in the woods, man, there's a trail that goes down, but man, every time I go down there behind the trees, our toilet paper. It's just toilet paper everywhere and turds, man. And I mean, we need to pick our toilet paper up or bury it, either one, man. So toilet paper is one of the biggest violators. I've seen toilet paper hidden behind trees and bushes. I've seen them where there are no privies and there may be a shelter or primitive camping area. People will pick an area, let loose, and leave it all for someone to witness the violation or turd tissue toilet paper. What we do is dig a cat hole and bury the turd in the paper or tissue, or pack it all out. Some places will not allow you to dig that cat hole. You need to pack it in a bag, man, seal it up, and carry it out. But people are not doing that.
Right.
I've seen it everywhere, man. Everywhere down here, man. Remember that place up by, what's Bob Peoples?
Kinkora.
Kinkora's, man. There's like a shooting range right there when you come out on the road. Kinkora's is like right there, man. But literally, when you walk like down that trail, man, there is just toilet paper everywhere, man.
It was just tossed like it was nothing, and I mean, who does that? You know, but
Cats that don't care.
right.
And so, dig a cat hole, bury the turd and the paper tissue. Dig at least 7 to 10 inches down, man, and let her loose. Bury the evidence, man. Don't leave it for the next person to smell, see, pick up, clean up. It is all of our duty to keep the trail forest clean, safe, and passable. We are all stewards or caretakers of the forest, the trail. It's our duty, man, to take care of this place. All of us here have our part to see that the trail stays good for the next hiker to pass through and enjoy or experience the same thing that we experienced.
I think it's important to mention that anywhere that we recreate, whether it's on the trail, in the
Yeah.
mountains, at the ocean,
Sure,
anywhere.
yes.
If you go to the beach or you go kayaking, canoeing in a river, do you want to see plastics, diapers,
Dog shit.
Yeah, anything floating or, where you're going to set up camp?
When I was coming down off Wolf Lower Top a couple weekends ago, right in the middle of the trail was a dog shit, man. Great big turd, man. And, that stuff right there, man, is just abusing our privileges.
That's right. That's another thing that's not supposed to be left behind.
Man, dog shit is not part of the forest, man. And so we need to pick up our mess, man. Toilet paper, especially up in the Smokies too, man, where there's no privies in Tennessee.
It's really bad.
I mean, I walked over an embankment one night or in the evening and the whole embankment was shit and toilet paper, just scattered all over the embankment. And, I saw where someone tried to roll a rock over a turd, man. You know what I mean? Do you remember that?
I do.
It was nasty, dude. And there was a spring 10 feet away. Maybe not 10 feet, maybe 20. I doubt it was even 20 feet. Probably 15 feet away was a spring. And so I don't understand it, but we need to do better, all of us. I see stuff scattered all along the trail, not just toilet paper and turds, paper bags, Snickers wrappers, cigarette butts, just everything.
All sorts of trash.
It's just trash. It's ugly. It's not only ugly. It's pollution, and it damages our forest. Animals can eat that stuff and die. I mean, there's just so many reasons not to do this, and so LNT is so important.
That's right.
We are having a huge bear problem down here right now, and it's not just here. It's all along the trail. I mean, most of the shelters, or a good part of our shelters, are closed in the Great Smoky National Park, man, because of bear activity. No, it's just, I
Several
mean,
of the campgrounds are closed.
yeah.
And then there's several campsites with warnings for bears. And Charlie's Bunyan right now has a warning for bears. So there's a lot of closures up in the Smokies, and that makes it difficult to even try to plan a trip up in there right now, because you probably have to hike very far because of all these different areas that are closed. So I personally wouldn't want to go up in the Smokies right now because of it.
Yeah, yeah, and so we have to do our best to keep the forest clean, keep the trail clean, man. Trails, forests, whatever, man. I'm talking about the AT. So, let's keep the AT clean so we can all enjoy it, man, and not have to look at someone else's what they ate for dinner or breakfast, man. I don't want to see it, man, and I don't want to smell it, and it's not fair for anyone else to. When we can just dig a hole, man. It's dig a little hole, man. Find yourself. I usually do. I don't even use privies. I do not like privies, man. I've had bad experiences with them. They usually have a cone sticking up out of the toilet seat, and so. No, and I've actually seen a little spider burying in the
That's lovely.
And so anyways,
Yeah, no privies.
no privy. So I pull me up a nice log, dig a hole, man, and let it loose, read stuff on the internet, just like I'm at home, man. And, it's that easy. We don't need to be careless or just not, take care of the forest, man. So LNT, please try to follow it. All right, and so we had 3 hikers struck by rocks in Banff Park in Canada. 1 dead, 2 injured. It was in a rock slide. It's unfortunate. I'm not sure how the 2 injured hikers are doing, but definitely 1 death. And then we had 3 hikers that jumped into a California waterfall. It was Rattlesnake Falls, and never resurfaced. And so they were hiking. There were 6 men hiking in the Soda Springs area Wednesday, and they decided to cool off, I guess. And man, they never resurfaced, and they're still trying to search for the bodies. They have not retrieved the bodies yet because of the current, the debris in the water. It's raging, and so they're having a hard time with visibility. In Tucson, Arizona news, we have a dehydrated hiker that was rescued from Mount Lemmon on Thursday, June 19th. Pima, I apologize if I'm tearing that apart. Pima County Sheriff's received a call around 11:30 a.m. about a woman who was not able to make it back to Butterfly Trailhead. The extreme heat on Thursday made it hard for the helicopter to stay in the air because hotter air is less dense than cold air, making it harder for the small aircraft to stay in the air. So they called in a neighbor sheriff department, the Pinal, it's Pinal. I apologize if I'm tearing that apart also, but they called in a neighbor sheriff's department to bring in a larger helicopter which could operate in the hotter conditions, and they were able to rescue the woman. Now, the rescuers want to emphasize that hiking in extreme heat is dangerous, and not to go out unless you are acclimated and have water. They actually didn't say that. I added that in there, man.
Very important.
Because, they said that, not to go out, period. I'm saying unless you're acclimated and have enough water and supplies or provisions with you. It's important to have water with you. A lot of people are just going out without anything, thinking it's going to be a park hike, like Central Park or something, man, or a park in the city where you just walk around, man, and you're able to get a drink after or whatever, man.
I think that's super important. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I wanted to state this while you're speaking of this. I've had over the years numerous hikers ask me when I'm dropping them, whether it's at Springer Mountain Trailhead or any of these trailheads out here, because I think when they do go to parks, they have the water coolers,
Right.
and they do ask me where the water coolers are on the trail. So I have to explain that they don't have them like the parks do. You do have to get your own water, make sure you top off the water. So there's not water coolers readily available out there for people to take advantage of, and maybe that's part of the problem when they're unaware and they don't bring the proper amount of water or something to even filter with. So
I'm wondering almost if they think that there are water spots because people sometimes leave them. Down here, we have water buffaloes that the Army leaves at certain spots before Gooch Gap, but that's not even for public use, really, man. They let the public use it, man, but it's really for the military when they do their training out there, man. The water's definitely nasty too, so they dump bleach in it and stuff, man, and it's in a big old steel container, man. So
we should always be relying on ourselves to
Right.
make sure that we carry sufficient water to get us from point A to point B.
Right, exactly. And that goes back to unprepared hikers out here, man. Over and over again, I keep reading people or new hikers coming out, and they just don't, I don't think they know because there's not enough people talking about it. You know what I mean, dude? They see the beauty, man, which is awesome, man, and it is a reward for when we come out here and hike, man. But we also need to understand the dangers of coming out here unprepared. And so always carry water. Stay out of this extreme heat if you're not used to it. I mean, I can't say that everyone can't do it because there are people out here that are used to that type of weather, live in it, and can hike in it. It's nothing, man, and that's okay because they're acclimated. They understand how to stay alive in that weather and how to hike in it. And so, please be aware of that. And then I wanted to talk about a Mount Hood, Oregon. We had crews rescued a climber from Mount Hood's high crater area Tuesday afternoon. He tripped and fell while trying to summit. Climber was about 500 feet from the summit on the steep high area on the south side called the Old Chute. Injuring his leg, the climber was successfully evacuated within about 8 hours of the initial 911 call. Clackamas County Sheriff's Office said.
And I didn't see any further information as to his condition, but
All right.
sounds like a successful search and rescue.
Mm-hmm. It does, man. And so I want to go back and hold on one second here. Let's see if I can find it.
Searching for?
So closures from Springer Mountain to the other side of the Smokies right now. We have Springer Mountain Shelter is closed. Molly's Ridge, Derrick Knob, Icewater Springs, number 49 campsite.
Peck's Corner is closed.
Peck's Corner. Bear warnings at campsites number 21 and 86. And so that's what we have going on right now down here. Tons of bear. I posted some pics yesterday of 4 bears down in Helen. It looked like a couple of them were cubs. It almost looks like 3 cubs and a mother.
It probably is.
The mama's teaching those cubs to rifle through trash cans and stuff, man, so.
And they're taking the route of easiest way of finding
That's
food.
right.
Unfortunately, with, trash and messes left and everything, they are attracted to it, and they, of course, are going to take the path of least resistance. It's right there. So,
That's right, man. And so keep in mind that the Appalachian Trail is not the only thing running through here in Georgia. This is a tourist area. There are tons of bear out here, man. Hang your bags. And also, here's some little. So when you go to shelters, if you're going to sleep in a shelter and you're going to hang your backpack in the shelter, keep the zipper pockets open. Open your bag up, man. That allows the mice to run freely. They're going to attack your bag. They're going to chew a hole through it if you do not do this. And so, or you possibly, you know what I mean, man? It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen, but most likely it will try to. And it's best just to be cautious and open the zippers up, man. Don't leave any food in there. And don't be one of those people that throws a Twinkie out to keep the mice over on the other side. If you want to keep the mice out, man, don't turn your headlamp off. Buy some cheap headlamps, man, because as soon as those lights go out, those mice start. So what I do is I set up a headlamp right next to me.
And it works very well.
It does. I never had an issue with mice again. And so maybe once in a whole great while there was that daring mice, man, but every shelter where I set those lights up, never again were we bothered. I went to Walmart and bought those little cheap dollar bin headlamps, man, and it worked perfect.
Yep.
So
It sure did. And anybody else that's in the shelter, they don't care about that little bit of light you have going on because they don't want the mice either.
No, man. And so if that's a little bit of a hint on that, man, you can try it out, see if it works for you. But definitely unzip your stuff. That all being said, guys, it's pretty slow out here right now, man. There's not a lot of people. It's been really wet. It's, you know, but, you know, that deters people from coming out and canceling their stuff. And, you know, they come back, man, but it's definitely slower. It's getting hot, humid, and people, you know, it's just getting into that time of year where not a lot of people come out. So we are still here, though, working. We do not step away from it. If anyone needs anything at all, you can always get a hold of us right here. So, do you have anything else you'd like to say today?
I do not.
All right, beautiful, my friend. All right, guys, so we're going to end it here, man. If anyone needs us, give us a jingle. One love, peace, thanks.